Hi everyone, I am Praveen Sagar. I welcome you on my channel. In this video, I am going to tell you what is language and types of the communication. So let's get into the video. When a person starts sharing information, his ideas, feelings and thoughts, this is called language. Now, types of the communication. Types means that the ways of communicating to the people, the ways of sharing your ideas and feeling with other people. First communication is verbal communication. In this communication, a person needs to share his information, thoughts, ideas and feeling to the other persons of the words. When a person uses words to share his information or thoughts with other persons, that type of communication is called verbal communication. Second is non-verbal communication. In this communication, a person doesn't need any type of the words to share his feeling with other people. Let me give you some example. In this type of the communication, a person uses his facial expressions, body language, gesture, posture and eye contact. So this type of the communication is called non-verbal communication. Now let me give you some example. I think you must have played with 8 months or 9 months baby, or you must have played with 1 year or 1.5 years young baby. In what happens, I think every member of the home start talking to that child, but everybody knows that the words are being spoken by the family member. He is not getting anything, even though we start communicating with that child very interestingly. And the same way, the child also doesn't understand anything. It means that child does not understand the words which are being spoken by the family member of him. Even though you must have observed many times, when you communicate with that child, that baby, he smiles with you. Sometimes he laughs with you. I mean to say, it means that he is doing react with your communication. Now what is happening over here, my dear? Just try to understand that a child does not understand your language. A child does not catches your words, even though he is reacting. Reason being, at this type of communication, their child is reading your body language. He is observing your facial expressions, your body language and your eye contact. So this type of communication is called non-verbal communication, where no need of the words. Next communication is written communication. For sharing our information, ideas, thought and feeling with other people, when you write and share with other people, this is called written communication. If you go 30 years or 40 years ago, my dear, that people used to write the letters to their relatives and their friends, and they used to post the letters in the post offices. And that letter used to reach our relatives and friends after 10 days or 15 days. And after 15 days, they used to reply us by the letters. So this type of the communication is called written communication, where we share our feeling in the written stage. This is called written communication. And you have seen that some kings and great kings used to send their messenger. You must have seen that they write a message on a piece of cloth, and they used to convey their messages by sending their messengers to the other kings. And that messengers used to go to the other kings, and that used to read the messages which was written on the piece of cloth. So this type of communication is called a written communication. Next is mass communication. In this communication, televisions, radios, FM and internet are used for sharing your ideas and your thoughts to other people. So this type of the communication is called mass communication. You watch television, when an anchor delivers news on television, what he is doing? He is communicating with you that he is using television for sharing the information. So such type of communication is called mass communication. Next is interpersonal communication. What happens in this communication? One or two or more than two persons talk each other or virtually. So this type of communication is called interpersonal communication. Either they talk face to face or virtually. So this is called mass communication. Next is visual communication. Now what happens in this communication? That you are shown some pictures. Got it? There is no language and that pictures conveys some messages. So this type of a communication is called visual communication. I think you must have seen many cartoons on YouTube. There was a program on television. The name of serial was Guturgu. In this serial, no character of the serial used to talk, used to speak any language, but they used to do the acting. So this type of communication is called visual communication, that you are understanding something by looking at something or somebody. As many as pamphlets you see or flags you see over there. So this type of communication is called visual communication. As many as cartoons are there, they convey some messages. So this is called visual communication. So in this video you have learnt what is language and types of the communication. So for more you can subscribe to the channel.